Hey, what is going on, guys? In this video today, I'm going to be discussing the fastest ways for console Fortnite players to get better at the game. I can totally understand how frustrating it can be for console players to actually play Fortnite at times. With forced cross-platform and skill-based matchmaking, trying to improve by just playing regular public matches can seem hopeless. If you play bad, then obviously you're probably not getting better or having any fun, and if you play good, that may be awesome for a game or two, but then you get placed into the higher skill lobbies, which are probably mostly comprised of mouse and keyboard players getting 3 to 4 times your FPS. So because of that, I'll see comments all the time of people asking me questions like, along with practicing in creative mode courses, as a console player, what are some other things I can do to improve? It's definitely a really good question to ask, and I'm going to be attempting to answer it in this video. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so as I alluded to in the intro, I'm a big believer that if you're a console player, you want to play against other console players as much as possible. Definitely not all the time, because as we'll get into a little later in this video, it's good practice to play against players better than you every once in a while, but you also don't want to do that too often because it'll just make you frustrated and you'll start to build bad habits. Now, even though your chances to play against other console players only are fairly limited, there are some things you can do. The first and biggest recommendation I can give to you is to play as many platform-specific competitive events as possible. The good news is, as of right now, there's actually a decent amount of these available to be played. At the beginning of April, Fortnite added daily duo cups into the game, and as the name suggests, these take place every single day until at least April 30th, and most importantly, they are platform specific, which means you'll only play against other console players. You also have the weekly solo platform cash cup, which takes place every Thursday, and much like with the daily duos cup, these are also scheduled to run only until the end of April, but it's pretty likely that more of these will be added once all the April ones end. And even if they don't add them immediately after, don't freak out because Fortnite always adds new cash cups eventually. Now, these events are such an awesome way for console players to play and improve their game on a totally fair playing field. Since everybody else in the lobby is on the same platform as you, you don't need to worry about players doing things that wouldn't be possible on console. Also, since the event uses a tournament-based scoring system that rewards eliminations and placement, it's cool to see where you stack up against the competition, and it gives you a way to really see and measure your improvement as a player. One of my friends who plays on console has had a lot more free time than normal recently due to the quarantine, so he's made it one of his goals to get a lot better at Fortnite. So just like I'm telling you guys now, I told him to play these daily duo cups with another one of his friends that's about his same skill level, and the amount of points they're getting each day is gradually increasing. Actually, 2 or 3 days ago, they had a session where they placed in the top 200 for NA East. It didn't get them any money, and for some people that may not be impressive at all, but for them it was this huge achievement that they were really proud of, and it was living proof that they were actually getting a lot better at Fortnite. So not only are these console-only comp events great for improving, but I feel like most people will also find them more fun than regular public match games as well. The next method of getting really good practice is a relatively new one to the game, and man, is it game-changing. A little while back, Fortnite finally added creative mode matchmaking for specific custom game modes and maps. This means that you can get relatively full Zone Wars or box fight games 24/7 whenever you want. And the process for it is actually really simple. All you have to do is queue into a creative lobby. You can do it alone or with however many friends you want. Then once you load into the hub, all you have to do is hit a quick 180-degree turn until you see the section of the hub that has some kind of sign on it saying matchmaking test. Then you simply go into that section of the hub, find the game mode and map that you want to play, and queue up into it. Apparently, they switch the specific maps that are available to be played every once in a while, but based on what it seems like so far, they should always have at least one Zone Wars map and at least one box fight map that you can queue into. Now, is this system absolutely perfect? I guess not totally. You'll likely queue into some games that have already started, and even though games may start with 10 plus players, a lot of the times people leave towards the end of the game, and then it'll get down to 6 or 7. But when it comes to getting in good and also fun practice whenever you want, this is such a great option. The queue times are really quick in my experience, there doesn't seem to be any kind of lag or insane ping, and so far Fortnite's done a good job of picking Zone Wars and box fight maps that are actually really good. The only other negative I can think of here in regards to this video is that these modes aren't console only. But even though that's true, one thing I'll say is that it seems like skill-based matchmaking is either totally turned off or very weak in these creative queues. And I think that's actually a good thing because it means you'll get a nice blend of good and bad players plus everything else in between. I mean, even when I play with my friends who are pretty bad because they don't really play Fortnite that much, they'll still get at least 8 to 10 kills in the 10 rounds, so not bad at all. Now, since according to the name, this is a feature that Fortnite is actively testing, I guess there's technically a chance it gets removed at some point, so if you're watching this video a few weeks or months later and it's not there, that may be what happened, but I've seen so many people that are super hyped this was added into the game, so I think the chances of Epic actually removing it are relatively low. And oh yeah, one last tip regarding these games before we move on, I would strongly recommend not going into game chat because it can get pretty wild, and I don't mean that in a good way. So as great as those first two options were, the problem that we still haven't solved is how to play against other console players only whenever you want. The console-only events are awesome, but they only run during very limited parts of the day, and on top of that, there's always the possibility that Epic gets lazy and takes a few weeks to add new ones into the game once the April ones end. Luckily, there's something else you can do to get a chance at solid platform-specific in-game practice, and that's by using a console-only Scrim Discord. Although I'm not an absolute expert on the subject, based on my research, the most popular console Scrim Discord is called Console Kings. There's a specific Console Kings open server for EU, NA East, and NA West. I believe EU has about 10,000 members, NA East has about 8,000, and NA West has a little under 3,000. I don't believe they run scrims 24/7 like some other Discords because they simply don't have enough people, but they do run them fairly frequently throughout most parts of the day. The process for getting into the Discord is fairly simple as long as you follow the instructions. Basically, you join the Discord via an invite link that I'll put in the description below. Then once you're in, you link your Epic account in a few easy steps with a Discord bot named Unite to confirm that you're actually a console player. Then once you do that, an admin will post in the custom keys section of the Discord whenever they're hosting scrims, and when you see that, all you need to do is follow their process to queue into that match. Sometimes they'll just post a custom matchmaking code straight into the Discord, which you'll directly enter in on Fortnite to queue into the game. Other times they'll make it to where you have to react to a message they post in the custom keys section, then you'll have to follow a very simple process like the one you see on your screen right now. Basically, all you have to do is accept a friend request from a bot account, promote it to party leader, and then it'll set the code for you and leave the game, so once that happens, you just ready up and you're good to go. That's something they mostly do when they host free entry money customs to prevent any PC players from leaking the code and then winning. Sometimes they have rules where after spawn fights you can't kill until the second zone to make the endgames more stacked. Other times there's no zone rules whatsoever. So unfortunately the process is a little more tedious and involved than just readying up for a console only in-game competitive event, but sadly this is really the only other way to play games that you know are only filled with other console players. It may not interest everybody, but I'll put invite links to all three of the Discords in the description of this video, and since Discord links can be kinda wonky in my experience, I'll also put a link to their Twitter in case the invite fights expire or something. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you watched the entire thing, be sure to let me know with a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know whether or not you play console-only competitive events, console-only scrims, or creative mode box fight / zone wars matchmaking. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do whatever the heck you want, and I will catch you guys next time.